Another annual event is coming up Saturday, one that will never be forgotten. Ceremonies marking the September 11th attacks on America will be held throughout the country, but for one Delaware woman, the day thousands of innocent people and first responders were killed by terrorists hits home because her father was among the victims. Lauren, that woman talked to DETV, and here's your report.
Michael Phillip was at his desk on the 104th floor of the World Trade Center 2 when the first building was struck 20 years ago. He told one of his two daughters who worked at World Trade Center 5 that he was sitting tight. He wasn't in the impacted building. Less than an hour later, his building was the first to fall. His second daughter, Jill Abbott, was at her job at Winterthur when a colleague told her what was going on. She called her father, then her sister, but got no answer. With no television at work and no minute-by-minute social media platforms that exist today, she thought it was odd but wasn't really alarmed until her mother called.
At about 10 o'clock, my mom finally got through a telephone call to me. And I remember her saying to me, it's very bad, and Daddy's tower just collapsed.
Jill and her husband drove to her family's home in northern New Jersey. 6 months pregnant, she spent days on the phone, clinging to hope her father somehow survived.
You know, I really thought for about 10 or 14 days that we would find my father. I was convinced that I would find my father.
Jill says it was 2 agonizing weeks later when she had to accept her father was gone.
Somebody said, they're not.
Today, Jill is grateful her father knew she was pregnant with plans to name a boy after him. When the baby turned out to be a girl, they named her Michelle. She goes by Mickey, the same nickname as her grandfather. But Jill believes they share more than that.
There is definitely a part of him in her, and she carries that every day. A lot of his personality, the softer personality, is Mickey.
As they have every year, Jill will travel to Ground Zero for the reading of 2,750 names of those who perished. She'll also attend a memorial service at her church in Bridgewood, New Jersey, where 12 families had someone in the towers. Happy to talk about her dad, Jill said she has always been able to tell her story. She is grateful, she said, that this is a day we all remember.
Keeping his spirit alive and everyone else's is important. Saturday will be, it is a very different anniversary in the sense that everybody has a loss. Everyone's lost someone special to them, family member, parents, children. The difference is that when somebody loses someone, we don't necessarily know that anniversary day. And in a way, I'm lucky that Saturday comes and I have all the support around me on that day, as difficult as that is. And again, it was an enormous loss, and it goes well beyond personal. But I often think about my friends and the anniversaries of people that they've lost, and they don't necessarily have that support that day. So I feel that it's important for me to share the story because I have all that support when others don't necessarily have that support on a difficult day for them.
Our hearts go out to Jill Abbott and all of the other families who lost loved ones on September 11th.
As we go to break, here are some community events planned to mark the anniversary. Stay with us. You're watching DETV News.